So guess what? There's a brand new trailer for episode 5 of Gen V, and it's spilling some major beans about what went down after that crazy episode 4 ending. You know, the one where the gang storms Dr. Cardosa's house to stop Sam from doing something seriously dark related to the woods? Well, buckle up, because it turns out Marie's little time jump at the end of episode 4 isn't just about her. In this trailer, Jordan drops a bombshell saying they've lost track of several days. It's like they hit the time warp button or something. And get this, it's not just Marie and Jordan who got caught in this timey-wimey mess. It looks like everyone who was at Cardosa's place is in for a wild ride. But wait, there's more! The trailer teases a deep dive into Sam's mind, where he's battling folks he believes are puppets. I mean, what's going on in that guy's head? It's gonna be one heck of a ride in episode 5, folks. The ending of episode 4 explained. Oh boy, that moment in Gen V episode 4 where Marie just blacks out at the end, right? Total shocker. And you know what's even crazier? We still don't have a clue why it happened. Gen V is keeping us on our toes with this one, but hey, I've got a hunch. So episode 4 wraps up with this mind-bending twist. Marie and the gang are in Dr. Cardosa's backyard, and things are getting intense, especially with giant-sized Emma taking on Sam. And then, out of the blue, the screen just goes black. No explanation whatsoever. Next thing we know, Marie's waking up in bed, au naturel, next to Jordan Lee. It's like they had a slumber party we didn't see. But seriously, there's a ton of time that's gone by, and it's implied they, well, got really cozy. Marie looks as confused as we are, right? Now we're all scratching our heads, but here's the kicker. Gen V might have dropped some hints about why Marie's brain took a nap. We just gotta put on our detective hats and keep watching for those clues. Is Marie fainting connected to Dr. Cardosa and the woods? You got it. Let's dive into this Marie mystery in Gen V. So, as we know, Marie faints out of the blue at Dr. Cardosa's place, and it's got us thinking, could this be connected to the woods? You know, that top-secret underground lab where Vaught's been doing who knows what to soup students like Sam? Dr. Cardosa's a big shot over at the woods, so there's got to be a link, right? Maybe Marie and her squad got a little too close to uncovering something juicy, and someone decided to give them a knockout punch, literally. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Could there be some fancy gizmo that the woods folks use to make soups black out instantly? And maybe it even erases their memories, which would explain why Marie went from the backyard showdown to a cozy bed scene with Jordan. Marie's clearly been up to something during that time gap, so she wasn't out cold the whole time. And hey, Gen V already showed us a sonic weapon that can mess with soup powers, so maybe this mystery device has a dual purpose, knocking soups out and messing with their memories. Rufus could be responsible for what happened at the end of E4. All right, let's get back into the Rufus theory for Gen V episode 4. So, in that episode, Marie's all about tracking down Emma, her missing roommate, and she's got her eyes on Rufus, this telepathic Godolkin student who might have the answers. But here's where it gets wild. While she's having a chat with Rufus, boom, Marie goes lights out. She wakes up in Rufus's dorm room and, well, let's just say things take a bizarre turn. Marie decides to, attack Rufus in a rather peculiar way. It's like something out of a sci-fi flick. Now, some folks are tossing the idea around that Rufus might be the mastermind behind Marie's blackout at Dr. Cardosa's house. Maybe he's out for revenge after what went down earlier in the same episode. It kind of makes sense, right? But here's the plot twist. Rufus wouldn't have a clue that Marie was hanging out at Cardosa's place at that exact moment. And this time, she doesn't wake up next to Rufus, which leaves us scratching our heads if he's even involved in her mysterious blackout. So here we are, still wondering if it's Rufus, the woods, or something even crazier behind Marie's episode 4 cliffhanger. Gen V sure knows how to keep us guessing. Why is the Gen V group missing time? All right, let's unravel this mind-boggling memory loss in Gen V. So right before Marie wakes up with Jordan, she's in full-on superhero mode trying to calm Sam down after Emma goes Hulk-sized and pins him down. But here's the kicker. Now that they've all lost time following their daring attempt to rescue Cardosa, it's a total mystery what went down and how it's connected to the Woods saga. Since this memory wipe has hit everyone involved, there's got to be a soup behind it, right? I mean, Sam might be packing more powers than we know, pulling a memory wipe so he can slip away without the gang finding out where he vanished. Or maybe Cardosa made a call to a soup in the know about the woods, someone who can erase Marie and the gang's memories to ensure whatever happened in those missing days stays hidden. Now here's the kicker. Gen V just dropped this memory loss bombshell, and it's looking like uncovering the truth about the woods is gonna be one bumpy ride. And who knows? Maybe this will set up some wild stuff for The Boys Season 4, tying up loose ends from the spin-off. With the Woods conspiracy getting thicker, discovering what's really going on below Godolphin University is like cracking a super tough nut. Could Kate be behind the blackouts? You know, a bunch of us in the fandom are giving those mind controllers the side eye. Something about their whole deal just feels off, you know what I mean? And let's not even start on that weird, almost robotic way they move around. It's like they're straight out of a sci-fi thriller. But here's the kicker. We're still in the dark about why Golden Boy went off the deep end. It's like a big question mark hanging over our heads. Too many mysteries in one pot, and it's making our heads spin. Could it be Kate who's behind this? Can't wait to see how these mind-bending plot lines unfold. The more questions, the juicier the story. Is there any news on Season 2? Gen V fans, I know you're eager for Season 2 news, but let's dive into what we know, or rather, what we don't know. So, the first season kicked off the soup chaos on September 29th, 2023, and here's the deal. There's been radio silence on whether we're getting a second season or not. Amazon Prime Video is keeping us in suspense. You see, this spin-off of The Boys isn't locked into a multi-season deal, so Amazon is playing it cool, waiting to see how the Gen V craze pans out before committing to Season 2. It's like a poker game, and we're waiting to see who blinks first. But hey, there's a glimmer of hope. Before the first season even hit our screens, back in January 2023, the rumor mill started buzzing. Word on the street was that Amazon had fired up a writer's room for Gen V Season 2. They were getting an early jump on crafting the next chapter of this wild spin-off. And guess what? They brought in a new sheriff to run the show, Michelle Fazekas, while co-showrunner Tara Butters took a little breather from her duties. So even though we're in the dark about an official Season 2 green light, the fact that they're putting pen to paper for the next round of Gen V adventures is a good sign. It's like planting seeds for a future garden of soup mysteries and mayhem. Fingers crossed we'll get that official announcement soon, and in the meantime, let's keep our soup senses tuned in for more Gen V updates. What might happen in Season 2? Now let's talk about the plot of Gen V Season 2, or rather the lack of plot teases. It's like trying to guess the ending of a mystery novel before you've even read the first chapter. But hold on to your superhero capes because there's a good reason for the silence. See, dropping hints about Season 2 would be like serving up a buffet of spoilers for the ongoing first season. Nobody wants that, right? So, the creators are playing it safe, keeping their cards close to their chests. And here's another twist in the plot, or lack thereof. Gen V Season 2 might be intertwined with the events of The Boys Season 4. It's like a puzzle with missing pieces that we'll only find in the next chapter of The Boys. Now, what we can assume, and it's a pretty safe bet, is that Season 2 will still be set at good old Godolphin University. Those hallowed halls are the backdrop for all the soup drama, after all. And depending on how Season 1 wraps up, you can bet your supersuit that the student body will still be in the throes of a violent on-campus civil war. Picture this. One faction is hell-bent on exposing Vought, no matter the cost. They're the rebels, the truth seekers. And then there's the other bunch, ready to do whatever it takes to snag a spot in the Seven, even if it means playing dirty. So while the plot remains shrouded in mystery, one thing's for sure. Gen V Season 2 is cooking up some serious super showdowns and drama. Can't wait to see what they have in store for us. Let's keep our eyes peeled for updates and get ready for more super-powered chaos. That brings us to the end of today's video. Who do you think is causing the blackouts? Let us know in the comments below. And if you haven't already, then please like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.